Thanks everyone for coming on time. I really appreciate it. And today we have to talk about next week's news segment.
Yeah, as you all know, our broadcast format is only 20 minutes long, so let's focus on the lead stories.
So, what do you got for me?
So we got three possible titles for our theater section. Paegle directs Strindberg's play in New Ring Theatre. Dallas Theatre last year gathered 210,931 viewers, and Latvian National Ballet goes to Seville to make a guest performance.
Okay, now please tell me more about Pagle's play. It sounds the most interesting topic of those three.
Yeah, so August Strindberg's play Taos premiere will take place on the 19th of January. The play is directed by Paegle and will take place in the New Ring Theatre.
Okay, that sounds very good.
Okay, so let's go with this story on the theater topic.
Okay, that sounds perfect. But now let's talk about my favorite cultural topic, and that's cinema. Anyone get ideas?
Yeah, I have some. We have two new movies opening next week. It's Gangster Squad and Hitchcock. I think are pretty good, so we'll go and see those. Have something to say about them later. Transmission, of course. Then we have Moonrise Kingdom and Argo, and The Impossible is still running, so haven't touched any of those, and The Deadfall is still on. Maybe I should go and see that too.
Deadfall, of course, and those first movies also, but Argo, I believe no one wants to hear more about that, because I've read the recommendations and
Not so good?
not so good.
Okay, it's been out for some time, I guess. Maybe it's pretty much all news. So yeah, well, we're gonna see those movies, and I have something to say about them.
Good.
It's cozy.
Good. Yes.
Okay, so we have 3 movie reviews, but please notice, keep it short. Our time is limited.
Yeah, that's true. So far so good. Let's hear what's new in the music section.
So yeah, music has been generous for us this time, and we have 4 available titles. So the first one would be Annual Music Awards. The second, official announcement: musician Amy Winehouse's cause of death was alcohol poisoning. Third one could be Paegle 30th anniversary concert tour, and the 4th, Everett and the Two Dragons performing in Palladium on the 1st of March.
The topic about Everett and the Two Dragons sounds good, but it's really too early for that. But let me hear more about Annual Music Awards.
Okay, so Annual Music Awards will take place on the 26th of February in the Latvian National Theatre. Applicants under the category Radio Hits are not yet announced. The information will be gathered from all the radio stations and announced in the end of January by the Latvian Artists and Producers Union, LIPA.
And what about Zilgalvis?
Musician Zilgalvis celebrates his 30th anniversary this year and will go on a small concert tour, giving 4 concerts.
Okay, these 2 topics sounds perfect. Let's keep these and let's move on.
Okay, so we have these 2 stories in the music section, but we have to think about the interview and the guest in our show.
I think I've got a good idea for the interview. We could interview Jānis Skutelis, because next week he's gonna have a stand-up comedy show in Palladium, and the tickets are already sold out.
Alright, I have a few other ideas. We could do interview with Better Broadcasts hosts, Kaspars Upcies and Hans Freidenfeld, because the show is being closed after running for 16 years, so that's, I think, widely discussed topic in Latvia these days. So Ulds Dungs has a new play called Latgale LV. Also a sold-out show for many times, widely popular in theater. And Andrejs Žagars he's been selected for another term in opera as director of the opera, so maybe we can talk with him. I don't know.
I think nobody wants to hear more about joggers, but two interesting topics are about the play Paegle because I've been there and I've seen it. It's interesting, but it happened like 2 weeks ago.
All right.
But I would like to hear more about the show Bebe Brokastis because actually I'm shocked. I've listened to them every morning and I think the listeners.
It's a good idea to have them like our colleagues, legendary guys actually in the broadcasting. So
yes, would like to hear more.
They already said they do it anytime, so I just have to call and it's done.
We have to talk with them.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so the running order will be as following. We'll start with the theater topic where we have Timo's directed play. Then we'll focus on the music sector where we have the story about the Paegle anniversary concert tour and the lead story about the upcoming music annual awards. So we have to incorporate all these stories in approximately 7 minutes of their time, so leaving 10 minutes for the Kaspar Upiter interview and ending the program with a 3-minute cinema news.
So guys, the deadline is next Monday, so everything has to be finished till the next meeting.
Yes, and please send me a brief due the deadline.
Sure, I can do it.
Yeah. And you?
Sure. Are we done here?
Okay, the meeting is over. See you next Monday.
Okay.